Panasonic has just announced the new Lumix G95 micro four third camera. If you look at the specs, it's pretty much tick all the boxes that require to be a good vlogging camera. But is it really the case? I guess the best way to find out is to use the camera and shoot a vlogging video, and then we can find out. Okay, I'm using a G95 right now to shoot this video, and before we talk about the G95, I would like to talk a little bit about my experience choosing the so-called perfect vlogging camera. So it was about 2 years ago when I decided I want to do a bit more contents for my YouTube channel, which was basically just sitting there. I didn't upload any video at all, and I look around and just try to find a good video camera, because I haven't got any good video camera at all. I need a video camera, a good video camera to do my reviews, and I also interested to do a little bit of vlogging. So having a look around, and I guess the requirement for me is pretty much the same as almost any vlogger or to-be vlogger about what sort of camera is the perfect one. There are a couple of criteria. The first one, a flip-out screen or some screen that you can see yourself. I guess that's very important. If you can't see yourself, it's really hard to vlog very well. The second criteria that very important to me is a 4K recording. I know a lot of people saying 4K is not needed, but to me, I feel like 4K is now it's not the future. It's now part of the 2000. Even back then it was 2016, is it 2016 or 17? I feel 4K is already there, and it just gives you a lot of flexibility, especially when I'm shooting, doing some review stuff, because I want to show you some of the video footage or photos I shot using the various camera. I want to show it in 4K, so that allows me to show you more details. So if my main video camera only shoot at 1080p, that's definitely not good, because when you're mixing the footage, it doesn't look good. And also, not only shooting 4K, but shooting 4K for a long period of time without overheating is also very important, because a lot of the cameras available in the market right now, they can shoot 4K, but they either already have a very hard imposed limit of say 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or they will easily overheat after you use it for 10 minutes or so. So that is definitely not good. So I want a camera that can shoot 4K and also can shoot for a continuously for a reasonable long time. One more thing that I think is also essential as a camera for vloggers is you need to have external mic input, because we all know that the built-in mic, no matter what sort of camera you're using, the quality is not good. The sound quality is not good, and it picks up all sort of noise, wind noise or any vibration noise, autofocus noise. So having an external mic is definitely essential. So then I have a look at all the cameras that's available in the market back then. Look at all the brands, different kind of camera, from compact to DSLR mirrors, and in the end I decided to buy myself the Panasonic Lumix G85, because it has all the features I need, and I already done a review on the camera and very happy with the design, the quality, the video quality, and all the features from the camera. So I bought one for myself, and I have been using it for the last 2 years. Used it to shoot pretty much, I think, more than 80% of the video on my YouTube channel, and I'm very happy with the result. And now Panasonic has just released the Lumix G95. It pretty much has all the features, all the good things about the G85, but with a few improvements. So does it make the G95 a much better camera than the G85, especially for vloggers? Let's talk about some of the changes that is available on the G95. One thing I really want on my G85, especially after I tested the G9, is the slow motion video feature. Everyone know if you shoot some slow motion video, then you can use it as a B-roll for your video, and they just add some probably meaningless but very cinematic effect to your video, and that's something I really want for my G85 but not available. Now Panasonic has added to the G95, and you can shoot up to 120 frames per second. Full HD resolution with the G95, so it's not as fast as the 180 frames per second on the G9, but it is still very good compared to having no slow motion at all. However, just like all the Panasonic cameras, when you enable the high-speed shooting, which means the slow motion mode, then the camera completely switch to manual focus mode only. Even the initial autofocus is, the one before you start shooting a video, is not available once you turn on the high-speed video mode. So my solution is that I can just quickly flick the mode down from the creative video mode, whatever that one is called, to the normal photo mode. Then I can do a single click autofocus, then I switch back to video mode, then I can pre-focus it, and then I can shoot my slow motion footage. Another thing that I want to see some improvement is the autofocus performance. I honestly think the G85 is actually fine as a vlogging camera in terms of the autofocus, but it could be a little bit slow sometimes, and also occasionally when you switch from a far to close object, it would fail to detect the changes and just stuck on the background. So these are the two things that I want to see some improvement. And so far, after using the G95 to shoot many videos for a couple of days, the camera seems to perform much better. The autofocus speed, there is noticeable improvement, as I will show you in the footage somewhere here. And also the camera seems to be always able to pick up the changes in the autofocus distance all the time, so I have not got experience that the autofocus stuck on the background, so that is definitely very good. As a vlogging camera, the image stabilization is also very important, because a lot of time you'll be shooting the video when you are walking or running, or when you're on the bus or some vehicle, and the vehicle is like bumpy, jumping around all the time. So that's the reason why I chose the G85 as my camera instead of, for example, the much cheaper G7, because the DIS on the G85 actually works very well. So now the G95, the image stabilization is also the DIS, and I think there are some improvement compared to the G85. And from the footage, it seems to work very well. So I'm now walking and holding the Gorilla Pod, they're holding the camera. So I think the footage is still pretty stable. One thing I really like about the G85, and I'm glad that Panasonic keep it with the G95, is the weight and size. So the G95 with the kit lens is actually very light and very compact. I've been shooting it for about half an hour now, holding the camera like this for half an hour now, and my arm is still not really tight at all. I remember when I was reviewing the S1 and I hold the camera, I think just after 10 seconds, and my arm is already like struggling, and I can see my camera start from like here and then go down to like this, just because my arm cannot hold it. With the G95, this is definitely not a problem at all. And another good thing is both the camera and the kit lens, either this 1260 or the other longer one, which is 12120 or something, let's see the title there, and they are all weather resistant. That means you don't have to worry about it if it's the outside start raining or snowing. You can still go out and shoot some vlogging video with this G95 and the kit lens. Another thing that I was a little bit surprised when Panasonic told me is that the G95 comes with the V-Log pre-installed. So even G85, you have to buy the V-Log separately if you want to use V-Log. I don't really know how many vloggers will shoot with V-Log, But if you have to shoot on a bright sunny day, then the vlog can definitely help you to maintain and capture much bigger dynamic range to preserve the highlight from completely blown out. Now the downside is that the vlog that comes with the G95 is only an 8-bit one, which is just like the one on the GH4. So this is compared to the 10-bit available on the GH5. But this is a much cheaper camera, so and it already comes with it pre-installed, so you don't need to buy it. So probably shouldn't compare it too much. So what do you think about the G95 as a vlogging camera? Do you think this is finally the perfect vlogging camera that everyone has been waiting for? Or you think there is some other camera that is actually better than the G95? Feel free to leave a comment below, and I will see you next time.